Welcome to today's video. Was that your cue?
That was mine.
Go.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, you guys, this is pretty exciting. Season 8, episode 2.
Yeah, let's tell you about it because first of all, it's all about camp hosting because that's what we're doing, and you know what? This is going to be a good year.
Okay, as some of you may know, we have camp hosted in the past. That
Yes.
has been a horrible experience.
Yeah.
A decent, okay experience.
Yeah.
But this year is going to be a fantastic experience. We've only done our first week of work. We've
Yes.
done 5 shifts, and so
we already
far,
know.
we love it.
We know what to measure it up against, and this is great.
So let's talk about camp hosting and where we are and all those details right now. Look at me tractoring. This is super fun. This is our first day on the job. We're having a gas. Oh my goodness, we are loving our first couple days working here, you guys. It's fantastic. But enough YouTubing, enough videoing. It's crazy windy. It's a little bit cold. By the time you get here, it's going to be awesome. We gotta get to work. Get things ready for you. Woo, let's do this.
So we are in Alberta in April, which is cold spring weather. It's above and below freezing the whole time.
Yeah.
This is also very windy.
Oh, you guys. So where we are is really in the prairies. Like,
Yeah.
we can't see the Rocky Mountains from here, and the wind is incessant. Like, you
Yeah.
notice when it stops being windy, which is
Yeah.
crazy. It's like, oh, it's not windy for this 1 hour of every day.
And-
It's
and guess what?
crazy windy.
When the wind came from that direction.
Oh,
Today
that's
it's coming
gotta
from
be-
that
that's
direction.
Weird. It's everywhere.
Yesterday it was coming from that direction.
Yeah, because we thought, well, maybe we'll just set up a shelter so we get like a windbreak, but no, there's no chance of that because it's happening everywhere.
So-
and when we say windy, we mean like 90 to 100 kilometer an hour winds. So
Gusts.
yeah, gusts.
Like
And-
whoosh.
Yeah,
Pushing us over.
it's crazy.
And then all of a sudden there's an hour of no wind.
yeah, we've had to chase garbage cans across the lots and
Yeah.
do all kinds of things. With that wind, though, is dry air.
Ooh.
Like, some of you are in Texas or in Florida. You don't even think about having dry air, but this is so dry. In fact, want some hand lotion?
Yeah. See, we came from the wet coast, and it would rain every 8 hours on cue.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean,
everything's green.
You guys,
everything's wet.
We were getting moldy over there. Like, our
Yeah.
motorhome was having mold issues, and it was so wet we couldn't keep the condensations off the windows. Condensations.
Yeah.
Off the windows. Now it's dry as bone out here. Like, we're drinking water like crazy.
Yes.
Using hand lotion, which
On
we
the
never had
hands.
to do all winter.
You know, cracked skin, all that stuff. Okay,
It's
so enough for that.
So it's totally dry. But it's not a desert.
No.
It's just the prairies, and that's just the way it is.
It will get wet here, and everything will grow.
Yes.
But when it's the wind's blowing right now, it's dry.
Speaking of growing, that's the other thing I wanted to mention to you guys, because we are going to show you a little bit of footage of the campground. We haven't taken a lot because we've been busy working, but when you see it, it's very brown
Yeah.
and kind of looks dull because of that. But soon all those buds are going to come out and the leaves are going to start growing, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous around here.
And it's not that we changed our filter or anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a brown filter.
It's gonna go to green,
Yeah.
and everything's gonna be vibrant, and we're gonna be like, "Oh, you were using the wrong camera." No. It's just that's what the prairies
it's just the
are.
weather. It's just the seasons, exactly.
And then the last thing about camp hosting or camping in April is right now there's no water hooked up to any of the sites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the main buildings, they have water, and so we can get water, but we're basically dry camping close to water.
Kind of boondocking, but we do have electricity.
Yes.
So that makes sense. And we do have, I think, the ability to dump our tanks.
Oh, the
here.
sewer is fine.
So we can dump our sewer, we have power, but we have to haul the water to the
Yes.
rig. So that's a bit inconvenient. It'll probably be like that until the end of May.
The campground is very accommodating, though. We have some larger containers, and we have a gator, and we can make that happen. And it's just a 1 day a week thing, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, for sure. But it is inconvenient, but it's okay.
It can be surprising to some people, but there you go. We've had our first shifts as camp hosts. Camp hosting itself, with interacting with campers, is really skinny because there's not very many campers in the campground, especially on the weekdays.
And when we say not very many, we mean like 2, maybe 4 at a time.
But
so yeah, the hosting part isn't really in full swing yet.
Not quite.
But there's a lot to do because we have to get the campground ready, kind of opening it up from the sleeping of winter.
Yeah.
So what that looks like is going into the big bathhouses and, knocking down cobwebs and, cleaning things up and just making it look all awesome and ready for the full onslaught of guests that will happen. I'm guessing like probably end of May or mid-May, end of May, we'll start getting a lot more people in the campground. Yeah.
And taking out the cache of leaves out of the corners.
Lots of leaves. Oh my goodness, we could be raking for days.
Now, the established part of the campground has garbage cans, and they have trees, so they can keep the garbage cans attached to a tree, and they don't blow around.
Yeah.
But out here, the garbage cans have all been put away because they'll just carry on rolling if they
They'll
get
end
caught
up in
up.
Edmonton.
So they have to be put out for the season.
Yes.
And there's also the larger bins that need to be delivered. So there's some setup happening.
Yeah, and I mean the bathrooms are getting used, so we have to clean those every day. What other tasks do we have to do? I'm trying to think of other things that are on our list of things to do. Picking up garbage, because again, with that wind, you get garbage blowing into the campground all the time. So we're always picking up garbage, picking up kind of loose branches and things.
Going to a fire pit that was mostly cleaned out last year, but not quite.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some of that.
So right now, our one thing we love about this campground and the way that it's run for camp hosts is we have a lot of flexibility, and as we're finding things to keep ourselves busy and to do tasks, but it's not like do this right now. Like it's not a really intense schedule. It's a very flexible schedule. So as long as these things get done within your time frame, within your shift, and we can work together, or we can divide and conquer, whatever it is,
to take our initiative and say, hey, we should do this, and then just do it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
It actually feels a lot more like we're not part owners, but it feels like we're part owners. Like,
it has an ownership
this is
flavor.
Our campground, and we want to make it the best for everybody.
We're going to make 2022 the best year ever for Aspen Crossing.
It's really cool. It's really neat. Anyway, so those are some of our tasks. If you guys have any questions about what to expect as a camp host, I know a lot of you guys are full-time RVers or thinking about becoming a full-time RVer and what is involved in being a camp host, go ahead and put that in the comments below. I mean, we're not quick at getting to the comments, but we will get to them eventually. It depends on our shifts and how much time off we can do and figure things out. But please leave those questions in the comments, and maybe we'll do a Q&A video one of these days.
I'm sure
that's a good idea.
That's coming up.
Definitely put your questions in the comments.
We might do a Q&A live
stream. Yeah, that's always fun.
We could do that too.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, we're going to make Aspen Crossing 2022 the best ever. What does that mean? It means we want you to come here.
Yeah.
Okay? Why? Because there's a lot of campsites. It's a great location.
Yeah.
It's very central to a lot of things in Alberta. It's close to the cities, but not too close. And again, they're expanding. They are making this place a full meal deal.
Exactly. Now, just want to give you guys a caveat. We don't get paid to promote Aspen Crossing.
No.
We just literally are like, hey, you guys are campers. We're pretty much here for the whole summer. We'd love to meet you. So if you do want to do that, go ahead and send an email to info@livinglightrv.com, and then that way we can make sure we're here.
Yes.
Because we do get right now our schedule is 5 days of work and then 4 days off. So if we happen to be off for 4 days when you're here and we're out camping or we're out visiting with family, that would be really horrible for you to expect that we're here and have us be gone. So make sure you let us know when you're planning on coming.
Yeah.
And right now there is a special deal on.
Yes. When you are staying as a camper in the campground, you get 20% off of those train excursions.
That's pretty awesome. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Aspen Crossing, I mean, think of this, Aspen Crossing, and their byline is celebrating our railroad ties. So our ties to history and to the prairies and what the railroad has done to bring life to the prairies. So it's a really historical kind of place. It's super duper fun. I think we said before that they've got like goats and they're bringing in some pigs and there's cats and dogs everywhere, and there's a lagoon for swimming and like a beach area, which is right now it's covered in ice, or the ice is starting to recede.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful lagoon area.
They have a restored steam engine.
Yes.
I do not know if it gets towed or if it actually does some of the hauling. I don't know.
We haven't seen the trains move yet.
The trains are not yet up and running yet for the season, and that's fine.
It's gonna be awesome.
There's also a lot of old cars around here.
A few old cars, an old police car. Yeah.
Old vehicles, old wagons. Yeah, I love the historicness of it.
It's fantastic.
It's awesome.
So definitely, when you book your reservation, ask them for that 20% off of your train excursion so that you can take advantage of that, and let them know Lisa sent you, so that we can kind of keep track and we can be looking out for you and that kind of stuff. So that'll be awesome. Is there anything else that we want to share about our first week of work?
Our first week of work was great.
Yeah, it was.
We dug into it. There was nothing that said, "Ooh, I'm wondering if this is going to be a good season."
No,
Nothing. This is going to be fantastic.
Management is incredible.
Yes.
And the other workers are amazing too.
Yep.
So
they have
other couples.
Gardening workers. So
that's the other thing too.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's such a big place. They have staff for every section. So there's maintenance staff, and there's kitchen staff, and there's caboose cleaning staff, and there's campground hosts and management, and if you don't even have an RV, you can still come because they have the cabins you can rent out.
Yes.
But that makes it so. What's the word? It just makes it like a well-oiled machine, like a train.
Yeah.
Like it just chugs along and it just works because everybody knows their part and they know their section that they're in charge of. So, the other camp hosts, we've gotten to know a few of them and they're amazing. So it's going to be such a good summer. If you can't get here to hang out with us, we will be showing you more throughout the summer. Maybe not talking about it every single video. I think that would be boring. We want to talk about RV life. We want to talk about plans. We want to talk about whatever. If you guys have ideas for topics, let us know. And we're just going to continue grabbing life by the tail.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. And we're going to bring you guys along with us and tell you the stories along the way.
So sounds good. Hey, just so you know, one caveat. There's some really good candy in the store. I haven't had any yet, but some of them have like crickets on the inside of the sucker.
Or scorpions.
Oh. And then they also sell fireworks at the store.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to a fun.
It's gonna be fun.
I was gonna say winter, summer.
We are done with winter.
Yes.
It's time for spring and summer and fall. Let's do it.
It's gonna be a fun summer.
Awesome. You guys have a fantastic week. We will see you guys next Friday. Take care.
Excellent. Hey, thanks for joining us this week. If you want to see some amazing, what do you call it?
Videos.
Some amazing videos with amazing scenery. You should look at that one.
Down there? Is that where we point
And if you want to see a series all about RVing, that's the one to go to.
Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
That one.
Thanks, guys. Take care.